Good day guys, Bing here. Today we're going to trying to model this family. So it's a very interesting one. It took me a while to figure out this. It's because I think ignore this. I'll just do a new one. So the hardest part is to figure out what this looks like if we view from the top. Okay, so the shape of this one is something like this. Okay, so it's not very good, but so what we are going to do is, so you can see here, we're going to create a 1, 2, 3, and 4 circle at different level, and then we will use divided path to get some nodes on these circles, and then we're going to create a spline through points, and eventually we will create a shape similar to this. Okay, so and also I'll just do a quick one here. So the circle, so the top one, you can see the top one is the biggest one. So basically we need 4 points on this circle, and then in the middle there are 2, because we can't use 1 because it will create intersected splines, which we can't use for the sweep. We will need 2, and it will be here. Hang on, is that right? Here, so also 4 points. Okay, and then eventually in the middle there will be a smaller, so at the lowest point level. And for this, we will have. Let me think. So yeah, it's a bit confusing, but let me think. This go up, down here. It's basically something like this. So another 4 points. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So another with 4, and eventually we're going to connect them. So you can see these points. Maybe I'll change another color. So we're going to connect. Oh, it's very hard to see, but anyway, so you can see all these points. We're going to connect. Maybe it's the wrong one, but yeah, go up and then just connect all these points. Okay, so let's do it. Yeah, it's very hard to work on this sketch. So create a new generic model. We're going to use adaptive family, so because it's a mass environment. So first we're going to start with a point. So I just place a point, maybe just move it to the center, and maybe we are not going to place directly onto this point, but we're going to place point on. Let's do this. So select this point and then show all the work plan, and place a point, draw on work plan, set work plan, pick the horizontal work plan of this point, and place onto the point. So now we can load this up. Okay, so and then just change this one to always. So this will be the where we place the lowest circle. Okay, and then let's just continue. Place another one on top of this point. Place okay. Select this point and also change this one to always. Lift this and place another one and lift. Change it to always. So okay, so lowest, middle, and another one.
Daddy?
Yes?
I beat the Ender Dragon.
Okay, good job. Okay, so that's the last one. And always. Okay, close the door, please. Okay. So sorry about that. Okay, so this will be the lowest, and then these two are the middle one. This is the top one. So let me just adjust them roughly. Okay, so now select this one. I think eventually this one can go down, but we might, because this is an adaptive family, we might at some point we want to change this point to an adaptive point. But yeah, so that's why I'm not going to directly place onto this. So for this one, so maybe I'll just leave it as it is, but eventually we might change this one to 0. Okay, so and then this one we want to create a parameter for this. Let's call it call it h1, and okay, and then select this one and h2. Okay, and this one h3. So we can use this h1, h2, h3 to adjust the distance between these points. Okay, so and then we can start to place the circle. So same reference circle, draw world plan, set world plan, pick the horizontal world plan, and then place circle. So let's just do all the circle first. Okay, so now we can use instead of directly click on this to create a radius parameter. So we can radius dimension. We can use di dimension to create a diameter instead. Oh, hang on. This can be confusing because when I try to dimension this, the dimension go up here because the current world plan is here. So maybe we do this one on here, and then we set world plan onto this and do another dimension. So all the dimensions are, stay with the circle. Okay, so set world plan, di dimension, set world plan, and di. Oh, hang on, dimension diameter. So now we can create parameters for this diameter. So let's call it d1, and this one will be, so these two circle will be the same. So I'll select these two diameter and call it d2. Okay, and then this one will be d3. So now we can go, let's go adjust these. So so first h1, okay, maybe 500, h2 maybe 100, h3 where's h3? Sorry, where's h3? Oh, sorry, I didn't create h3. Sorry about that. Let's create h3. Go back to family types. Maybe 500 for now. So diameter d1. Let's make it smaller. 900. D2 maybe 1200. D3 maybe 1500. Okay. So apply. Oh, good. I think these are still too big. Okay, so maybe this one needs to go up a little bit. Maybe this one, yeah, apply. Okay, so next step is we need to use a divided path. Okay, so select the circle. We can select all of them and use divided path. And now you can see, oh, actually, sorry, I didn't change the number. So let's select all of them. Maybe just filter out the reference line, so we only have the divided path selected. Change this to 4. Okay, and now let's have a look. So we have all 4, but if you look at this one, we have these points because in this model all these nodes are aligned. But in the sketch, what we need is these nodes in the on this largest circle. It need to be rotated by I think 45 degrees. So, but I think what we can do is we can just increase this number to 8. So at least we have there, right? So we don't need to use every node, but we can just use the one we need. Okay, so now we can start to create a spline. So let's use reference line, spline through points. Okay, we're going to start from this point. Okay, so start from, oh hell, where should we start from? Yeah, let's try this. Okay, so from here, go down to here. Oh, sorry, wrong one. So we need to use draw on face. Okay, so spline through points, draw on face, and then let's just place it from here, go down here. The next one should be, I think, should be here. Okay, and then sorry, I forgot which one need to go. Yeah, I try not to open that file. I saved this file, but try not to. So maybe I think we should just go up, so you can see from the top, and then here I'll just use the lower circle. Okay, and I think we should go up to here and go down to the top one, and go to the bottom here, and then go up to lower one, and go to the top here, and go down to the top one, go down to here, and go up to this one, the bottom one, and go up to here, and go down to here. Oh, we're close. And where should we go? Go down here, and then go up here. So see here, and okay. So now this is the very most important part. We can just place it here, but I'll show you. Place it here. So now you can see we have there are identical points in the same place. But if we just ignore this, click OK, and escape. So now we have this. So let me just HI. This is almost perfect. So although this is not the curved, but you can see this is the shape of the light. Okay. So now let me show you. If we try to create a profile on here, so I'll just place a point, okay, and then place a profile on this point. So roughly, maybe something like this, and then select this and select this profile. It won't work, okay. So this will not work because we have this closed. It's a closed loop, right? So yeah, Revit don't like it. So what we need to do is we need to, we need to break it. We need to, instead of place the last point onto this point, we need to pick new host, and then we just move it slightly away from that point. Okay. Now let's try again. So if I select this profile and this path, still doesn't work. I think it's probably because the angle of this. So imagine this shape here, go to here. Imagine this shape go to here, and then it will intersect with itself. So that's why it won't work. So let me try to fix this. We need to fix this the angle of this line. So what we're going to do is place a point, use draw on face, place onto this, and select this point and make point driving, and then use pick new host and just place onto this this line, just very close to the last point. So now you can see that it will slightly change this one to be almost tangent to this line, right? So, and then we'll do the same. So place another point onto this, and select it, and use make point driving, pick new host, and just place it just next to this. So let me try to change the scale a little bit. So yeah, basically if I select this, so you can see it start from this point, with another point next to it, and then finish at this point and with another point next to it. So there's a little break between these two. So now let's try again. So select this, create a form. Still doesn't work. I think it's still there's still like relative to the gap, the profile is maybe too big. So let's try to reduce this a little bit and try again. Unable to create from element self intersect. Yeah, I think. Hang on, let me just have a look again. Just double check. There's nothing. It's not intersecting anywhere. Yeah, I think it's still the issue. So relative to the profile, we just need to make sure the gap is not too small. So let's try again. Okay, so it still doesn't work. So maybe just move this a little bit further and try again. Okay, so yeah, this is tricky. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, just make sure this is just one, right? So this is one. Okay, there's no intersecting anywhere. Maybe just reduce this a little bit more. So yeah, I don't know why it's not working. Maybe because so last time when I start this shape, I didn't pick that point. I used the lowest point. Yeah, it works. So now we have this shape. Maybe we can try to, let's just try to drag this point closer to here until it breaks. Oops. Maybe TL. Yeah, that's better. So let's, oh hang on, what's that shape? Let me just use SD. Okay, that's fine. That's, yeah, looks like the gap. So okay, so let's try again. So I'll select that point and see how closer it can be. Closer. Oh, that's, yeah, that's where it will break this sweep. So yeah, I think that's fine. If this is the limit, I think that's it. So yeah, let's just, okay, so that maybe that's it. Oh hang on, actually let me just try another one. So I'll CC this, place another one, and then I'll use two profile together with this path and create a form. And then I'll just select this point, drag to this end. Maybe just use this normalized curved parameter, type 0, and this one I'll just type 1, and see if I can improve this. Okay, so not this one, so HH, this one. Okay, so still the same. Looks like that. Yeah, looks like we can't get any closer. So this is a quite big gap, but if you don't mind that, I think this is still quite good. Yeah, so let's have a look. So if we can adjust the shape, so for example we can adjust the height, so maybe change to 100, so it will lower this, right? So maybe maybe 150. Looks like 150 doesn't work. Yeah, 200 is fine. 200 for this one. Yeah, so 150, does it work? Yeah, it works. So and then let's try, see if we can. Yeah, so this, no problem. 1200. Yeah, so 500. So you can see you can adjust all these dimensions, and most of the time no problem. Okay, so you can slightly change the shape, right? So and the only issue is this bit. Or maybe actually, maybe we just do this because we have two profile here, right? So we just create a form, just fill it, and then I think that's it. It's not perfect, but it's not too bad, right? Okay, I think this is it, and maybe where's my base point? Oh, base point is here. Okay, so maybe we can just make this a adaptive point, and then select this one. So first one I change to 0. Okay, so now we have adaptive family. Now let's have a test. So I'm going to maybe create a project and see if I can place it. Yeah, it's not a pendant light. So for example, I want to create a ceiling. Okay, so and then I pretend that's a lighting, but because it's an adaptive family, it can be used like a face-based, so we can place underneath on this ceiling. So let's load this one into this. Okay, go to 3D view, and we can just place it here. So now you can see that's it. So it's being placed onto this ceiling, and let's have those nodes. You can just go VV and turn off the nodes here, or you can just go to a family and then go to I think you need to select all these divided path. So for example, I'll just type IC, so and then select all these 4 and go to looks like we can't do that. That's fine, just need to select individual and click on this little arrow, uncheck the nodes, so they will become invisible. Okay, so yeah, you need to do them individually. Okay, so load this back, so you don't need to graphically hide them, so it won't be there. And still you can change the they are type parameter, so you need to go to the edit type properties to change all these settings. And also just let's quickly go back to the family. Maybe we can so first type HR, so we can also create a parameter for the radius. So let's type WF, select this profile, so we need to select try to tab until you pick the reference line there. It's a bit here. So see here, how do we do this? So let's just create a radius. Maybe just use radius for this profile. Okay, so now we have 2, so 1 and 2. We can create select these 2 dimension, so we can just call it maybe r, little r. So we can adjust the size, right? So and then let's type SD, and also we can have a material. So currently it's nothing, so we can just give it a material. And sometimes you want to, so because if you look at this image, so half of this what do we call this tube is the solid bit, right? So it's aligning the and the other half is the diffuser, right? So what we can do is, because currently it's still one element, although you can pick half of the surface. You can see you can pick, if you tab select, you can pick half the surface, but if you give it a material, so for example I'll just give it this default. Okay, so default, and then it's not showing because the color. So let me just go to material. I'll change this one to how about red. Okay, so although you only pick half of this and change it to some other, it will change the whole thing, right? So what you need to do is just go to modify. So that's this paint tool or PT, and with this one you can give them different. So for example, I'll just give this default, and then the other half is default light source. So you can also create a material and paint that material parameter to half of the surface, so you can later in the project you can change the material. Okay, so let me just show you how to do it. So first, the whole thing. So maybe I'll change this one to default or default lighting. So at least it's a solid color, right? So and then we can just go to family types and create a material parameter. Let's call it maybe diffuser. Okay, so let's call it DFS. Diffuser, it will be a material type parameter. Sorry. And click OK. So now we have this material parameter. And then we can go to PT. And then you can see this diffuser bracket parameter. So this means it's not a material, but it's a material parameter, which means if you paint this to this half, oh hell, it's not. It won't show because this is a little bit tricky. Let me think. Because currently, because currently there's nothing here. So if we just give it the light source to it, it should change. Yeah, so now you can see it will be different. So now let's load this one into the project and overwrite it. Go to 3D view. So now you can see the material showing, right? So if you need to, you can still go to edit type and change this one to any other material in your project. So I think this is it. And then let's adjust the radius as well. So if I try to 15, so become thicker. So this is it. If you can have a play with this, I will upload this family so you can have a play. And also if you can try to add some cable to it, and then you can create a different material, different family. Maybe I think maybe you can just take the always vertical and create a ceiling based, and maybe you can also because we have a what's that called? Sorry, adaptive points here. So which one? Adaptive points. Yeah. So this one's adaptive points. I'll hide it, and if you select this one, you can give it which one? This is an adaptive point. Sorry, that's HR. Select this. This is the point we place the lowest circle. So if you wanted to, you can give it a negative, so which means the light will go down. And then we use adaptive place onto the ceiling. So for example, this one, lower, overwrite. And then it will become so it looks like we need to pick the I think always vertical. Let's try again, overwrite. It should go down. It's not. That's fine. So let's just uncheck that one. If it don't work, just uncheck that one, override. And I think we still have one option which is flip. Okay, so so now you can see it's being placed onto this ceiling, so you can see the adaptive points there. And then with that, so it can be quite easy because you just need to roughly place or even just use the points use the nodes we already have. So you can see here we have a node here. So what I'm going to do is select this divided path, and also with this one, and then we can type HI. So we can, oh hang on, where's that? Okay, so we can just create some reference line, right? So between them, and on these reference lines we can create some cable. Okay, so very simple. I'll leave it to you. So if you have any questions, please let me know. Yeah, that's it. I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.